Breaking free from a relationship with a narcissist can be very, very challenging. And long after you have released from their grip and control, the side effects of narcissistic abuse tend to linger around. The effect of that constant criticism of your every single move, your every single thought can have in your life, that you could have had in your life, will steal your ability to see and enjoy life on your own terms, from your own lens, as narcissistic abusers are very dangerous and they are everywhere, and they are so hard to discern at first glance, and masked under the many disguises they are masters at wearing. Please don't be fooled and don't fall trapped to their commands. Behind that thick layer of this overly confident being lies a deeply insecure person with a serious sense of entitlement that only manifests against other people, specifically those that they are in a relationship of some sort with, not necessarily an intimate relationship. And they do this manifests in subtle ways, and it's never enough to give it away. So whether you are stuck dealing with a narcissist without any chance of extricating yourself from the situation, or you have managed to free yourself from their sway, seeing or having to speak with this person can trigger negative responses, including fear, anxiety, guilt, shame, and other very difficult feelings to deal with. It doesn't necessarily have to even be direct contact with the narcissist. You could see a car that is similar to theirs, and that could trigger a negative response in you. It could be that someone at the supermarket looked just like them or dresses like them, and that could activate an unpleasant response. Regardless, the impact of narcissistic abuse is absolutely dreadful, because it makes you feel as if you should be punished for being yourself. And this goes on long after they are gone from your life. Narcissistic abusers will make you feel as if you cannot live a full and meaningful life as long as you choose to be yourself, or unless you are in a relationship with them. And after all, if you don't act, think, and breathe like them, you are not worthy in their eyes. A narcissistic abuser will have endless circular arguments with you, most of the time leaving your head spinning and attacking your self-esteem. Arguments with a narcissist are always lost words, because the narcissist will always expect to win and get defensive if you try to make a point, no matter if that point is valid or not. After all, your point of view absolutely does not matter to them, and it never will. In the beginning of a relationship with a narcissist, they will give the initial impression of being quite pleasant and absolutely magnetic. Their charisma is entrapping, and they always have the right answers and know exactly what to say to make you feel special. But as the relationship progresses and becomes more established, you may start seeing strong indicators that something is just not right with this person. So how can you catch a narcissist before they completely absorb your life? Here are some things to consider. A narcissist's sense of entitlement is perfectly masked under a cloud of overconfidence. Their body language and tone of voice are contradicting to their seemingly innocent, innocuous statements. Their words are nice, but their body looks mad. Their face looks mad. They possess a sense of superiority, of being highly critical of others and judgmental of what others do, where, think, and where they live. They have serious boundary issues and frequently invade your privacy, personal space, and your belongings, often taking things that they have gifted you away as a form of control and punishment. And as long as you are with them, material possessions you are given are yours, but if you leave them, they take everything away as if nothing was ever yours. Their rule system can have double or even triple standards, and you don't see this with anyone else but a narcissist. They have rules that apply only to them, and they write these rules, and they can change at any given moment in time, and nobody else controls this other than the narcissist. The rules that apply to others, that they apply to everyone, but they don't follow these rules. What they do is always right, and others always act wrong in the narcissist's eyes. They lack empathy and can never see the perspective of others, especially the abused, because after all, everyone else is always wrong. Their compliments sound more like a reprimand from a sports coach. They are highly sensitive to criticism, even suggestions that are given to the narcissist very lovingly, and recommendations from others that are not meant to be taken personally are taken personally. These are just a few warning signs amongst hundreds, if not thousands. As your relationship moves forward, be on the lookout for a variety of indicators that you are involved with a narcissist. It could be that you start spotting bigger lies than the one that they told at the beginning of the relationship, or perhaps you realize that they're constantly pathologically lying to you, to friends and acquaintances even. Remember that confronting a narcissist can backfire, and backfire in a big way. Chances are you will never get a straight answer out of them anyway, so it's not worth it. You will instead be wrongfully accused of the things that they in fact are doing, and you will be called the liar, you will be called the cheater, and so on. You could find yourself having to ask permission to do basic things such as go out with your friends, to spend money on something, to what to eat, what to wear. If you're a female, if you can wear makeup or not, or maybe you have to sit down and answer to every single charge on your credit card, or every single phone call and text message on your phone bill, as if you are a child who has gone over their monthly allowance. A narcissist needs to control absolutely everything, from where you go to what you do, from who you are friends with to what you eat, alienating you even from your own family. They will try to find a way to constantly be breathing down your neck, always interrogating you about your whereabouts and your company. Or they can be the exact opposite, and they can play really coy, like they don't care at all about where you are going and what you are doing. I've seen that in many, many circumstances. Some narcissists are so malignant that they will install cameras wherever possible so that they can control every aspect of your life, no matter where they are located. They will install spyware on your phone, GPS monitoring on your car. Regardless of what you start to notice, remember not to argue and try to raise issues with them, as every point will be dismissed. Raising questions about their behavior can turn into very dangerous circular arguments that will only make you feel as if you are at fault for something that you have not done, said, or even thought about. Arguments with a narcissist are emotionally battering and deeply confusing because there is never a resolution to the issue at hand. And after all, the only issue is that you are raising questions about their behavior in the narcissist's mind. You will never win an argument with a narcissist, as they always have to have the last word, the best and most logical answer to everything, and you will only become the victim to more gaslighting from the narcissist. And a relationship with a narcissist will always be one-sided. This is just a reminder, as if you don't already know. You will always be doing the giving, and what you do will never be enough, no matter what you are. And if you are always strong, if you constantly feel as if you are constantly feeling as if you are walking barefooted on broken glass, constantly walking on eggshells, as narcissists use every opportunity that they have to use manipulation techniques to exploit your faults and weaknesses and use them against you. As the relationship progresses, you will feel inadequate, always at fault, and just all around broken. They will make you feel as if nobody else can love you, and only they can love you. Eventually, you realize that you have been separated from your family and your friends because of their control, and they will lie about everything and prevent you from contacting your loved ones using guilt trips and gaslighting, threats, and simply making you feel bad about wanting to spend time with your friends and family. It is important to understand that the impact of living with a narcissist on your overall well-being is gigantic. Staying in a relationship with this type of person can have very serious psychological and even physical effects on the way you view yourself. Long after I broke free from my prison of control, I still found myself doubting. I still find myself doubting who I was and what I was supposed to be without this constant vigilant eye on me. And I doubted my thoughts, my actions, my love for others. I distrusted my friends and my choices and my ability to live a normal life. But the biggest impact this type of relationship had on me was feeling as if everything I did at any time was always wrong. And it's still pervasive even to this day. I wondered if I was dressed properly, or if my haircut and my makeup were sufficient. I often wonder if my intentions of others were good and whether they could be trusted. I worried a lot about what other people thought about me and how I was perceived. And I still wrestle with this issue to this day. I've had a difficult time even buying things such as house towels because I worried that they wouldn't be liked. I had a difficult time forming genuine and lasting relationships with others because I constantly doubted my worthiness, as my life with a narcissist left deep scars. It took time, a lot of time and a lot of work for me to come to terms with the fact that not everything I thought was bad, and that not everything I did or what I did or said was wrong, and that being able to be myself was all I ever wanted. And from the heart, I tell you, a relationship with a narcissist will never work. Their attitude will always show that they know best and that their way is the correct way and the only way, and that their family is the only one, their family and friends are the only ones worthy of attention. If you are in a relationship with a narcissist, I beg of you, please find a way to escape before you lose more than your sense of individuality and get lost in their reality. The aftermath of narcissistic abuse can be quite challenging to navigate, and it will take you a long time to realize that being able to be you is not a bad thing after all. Remembering that there are millions of people out there who would love to accept and love you just the way you are. You do not have to change who you are to be loved, and you definitely don't have to like anyone to be accepted.